As a capitalist, guerrilla warfare intervention. Join me. Let's listen to Cathy, the wonderful Cathy Woods, and what she has to say about Coinbase. Okay, Cathy, give us what you got.
Just talking about this, you actually sold out of some of your holdings, citing that regulatory uncertainty. Given the widening crackdown would to some present an even bigger existential threat at the moment, what kind of forms the bull case for adding to that position now for you?
Yeah, what we're seeing is that the judicial and legislative branches of our government, separation of powers, are starting to weigh in on this topic.
I love the way she smiles.
And as we're seeing cases go through court in the judicial system, the SEC, the judicial system is questioning the SEC's decisions here. And so we think this is a good thing. We actually think this is going to be in the courts and in legislation for perhaps years. And what has happened in the meantime? We have
okay, intervention point one. Okay, me as a capitalist, years. Coinbase has 4 yards of debt. Sorry, has 4 yards of cash, 3 yards of debt. It is operationally at the point where it cannot be generating cash. It will have to write off $1 billion of goodwill. Its counterparties, the whole network of reputational-based advisors, will be pulling away. I don't think, Cathy, you've got many years. Maybe in the bankruptcy court and representing the creditors, but not with this equity. Let's go back. Over to you, Cathy.
Yeah, Binance under increasing regulatory scrutiny for more criminal activities, and fraud being one of them, and therefore we have the competition to Coinbase. Really, we think it's disappearing, and so that's
no. Okay, join me on the other side again. Hi, as a capitalist, the competition is categorically not disappearing. It is reshaping. The competition is Mr. Charles Schwab, is Mr. Fidelity, is Mr. Jamie Dimon. We're going into a world where crypto is a security and will be heavens, we're not going into that world. You want to buy Bitcoin? I want to buy Bitcoin. Are you a regulated dealer? Yeah. Can I buy this regulated security? It's called Bitcoin. Sure. How much do you want? Fantastic. What's the cost? Wow, this is really cheap. Okay. Let's go over to the other side again and let's join up with the crazy lady. Cathy, forgive me these interruptions. You were saying no competition.
That's a good thing longer term for Coinbase.
And Cathy, you're still maintaining your confidence across crypto more broadly. Are you still confident in that $1 million target for Bitcoin?
For Bitcoin, yes, actually, the more volatility there is in the global economies, the more our confidence increases in Bitcoin. And one of the reasons is we've just been through an inflationary scare. We think it was very much supply chain driven. And
well, chapeau to Miss Wood. Okay, sorry, interruptions.
And Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. We also believe now that the bigger risk is deflation, not inflation. And
okay, now she's scaring me because she's sounding like me. This is getting even more interesting and fascinating.
And why would Bitcoin do well in that circumstance? It would do well because it's an antidote to counterparty risk in the traditional financial system.
But Cathy, this is why the counterparty risk is being rescheduled. There's transmutation going on. It is now going to be regulated and conducted by the US's largest and most respected financial institutions. But anyway, let's continue.
Bitcoin blockchain, everything is transparent. It may be pseudonymous, but we can see all the transactions, all of the
I'm sorry, but pseudonymous, respect again, I like that term. She's good.
activity, and therefore we have a much better understanding of how little counterparty risk there is in the blockchain world.
Cathy,
I mean, you know, what they should be asking next is, but don't we all have that? No counterparty risk with, what's it called again? Begins with a G, been around like forever. Gold. Anyway, sorry. Cathy.
so what you're saying is that you expect those accusations on Binance to actually prevail if you're expecting Coinbase to actually benefit from this? And wouldn't that lead to actually more regulatory crackdown on Coinbase if it's actually become a bigger player even in this industry?
Sherry Ann, I like your style.
It was interesting to see the SEC sue.
When what's she called, Cathy? Like when Cathy gets a tough return, she always says, "That's very interesting." Anyway, I'm annoying.
Binance on one day, and then the next day, Coinbase, and they were trying to put them in the same bucket. They are not.
Join the dots, Cathy. Join the dots. They are in the same bucket. The trash bucket, the delete bucket.
Not at all in the same bucket. We have two former officials of Binance US coming forward, and actually we now understand that they have been working with regulators and the government generally to help the government understand how Binance US was not separate and distinct from.
That's called their whistleblowers.
Binance International, and how much CZ controlled Binance US, and how much of Binance's data was in China, and how much commingling of funds there were. Coinbase is not accused of any of this, and it is unfortunate that the SEC
however, it is accused of many other things, principally trading securities and pretending they're not securities.
took action against Coinbase the day after Binance, and then seemed to Chairman Gensler, as he was on one of the major news channels, was trying to implicate Coinbase in the same way that he was implicating Binance. No, they're very different.
Yes, Cathy. Yes, they may not be the particular same charge sheet, but crypto is being cleaned up by the sovereignty of the United States.
There are questions about what's a security and about staking. Those are the two questions that Coinbase is facing and Binance is facing.
Okay, so they're both facing those issues. Cathy, what do you think about those issues? Are you going to reveal?
But most of the other questions around Binance have nothing to do with Coinbase.
They are the two most fundamental issues, Cathy.